Hello. Hello. I don't know about y'all, but I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I have this recording and one more. Now, I am not going to leave the steps where you can see them. I'm going to try to focus this on the actual construction where I'm actually working. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to pick any point on P. So, here's my point on P. Now I could just as easily as pick the point down here. You don't really want to pick the point right in the middle. You want to kind of stick to the end points. The next thing you're going to want to do is take a compass and measure. Now I'm going to turn this around just so that I can do this. Now it might be kind of upside down for you, but trust me, it'll work. You're going to want to measure from P to B. Okay, I'm going to measure from P to B, and I'm going to draw an arc that is that measurement, and I'm going to mark it around the line. Okay, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's off a little bit, but that's okay. Close is close. From P to A, draw an arc, go all the way around the line, and from P to C, draw an arc, and go all the way around the line. Okay, now I'll turn this back so that it is vertical, that it's normal for you. So this is B1, this is A1, and this is C1. Now you're going to take your compass and you're going to measure from B1 to B. Then you're going to flip your compass around and mark it on the other side. Okay? And that point, remember 2 arcs is a point, is B prime. So I'm going to measure from A1 all the way out to A. Measure that distance from A1 to A. Turn your compass, mark on the far side. Measure from C1 to C. Turn your compass, mark on the other side. So here is B prime, here is A prime, and here is C prime. And now you have reflected the triangle ABC about the line P. Okay? Now, if I had another line here and I reflected about that, then that would be a double reflection. And a rotation is a double reflection. And we'll get to that in the next example. So that is how we reflect the triangle or the figure. Now, I could do this with a kite. I could do it with a square. I could do it with a rectangle. I could do it with I've asked before to reflect an arrow. Cross a line, so you can do it with any shape, any figure. All right, now we are going to rotate this this triangle. We're going to rotate it counterclockwise. So a clock goes this direction, so we're going to rotate it counterclockwise. So we're going to rotate it this direction, alpha degrees. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to extend the rays of alpha. So there's 1 and there's 2. Now alpha, this alpha angle right here, we're going to use this O as our center. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure OB. I can't talk. Now you're going to want to draw almost a complete circle about O. Okay, so I'm actually going to draw a complete circle just because for explanation purposes it makes it a little easier. So that's OB. Then you're going to do the same thing with A. So there's my circle OA, and then you're going to do the same thing with C. Okay, so this is my B circle, this is my C circle, and this is my A circle. Now, what do you do? What do I do? On the B circle, if I measure alpha on B, that tells me how much I need to move alpha. This is my dummy arc for the B of this alpha degrees. Okay, the circle that goes through B is my dummy arc. So I'm going to measure on the B circle the angle alpha, and then I'm going to go to the point B and I'm going to mark it. So basically what I'm saying is this is my measurement, and I'm going to take this B and I'm going to move it to here. So this, sorry, just dropped my pen. So this is my new B prime. Now if I were doing clockwise, I would move it the other direction. Okay? Now I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to measure on the C. This is my alpha for C. Take it to C and mark it. And y'all could not see that. Take it to C and mark it. Sorry. Measure C. Take it to C and mark. So there's C. Okay. Now I'm going to measure A. So there's my measurement for A. Take it to A and mark it. So this is A prime, and this is C prime, and then I just connect my dots. I always loved to connect the dots as a kid. Maybe that's why I like geometry so much. So there's my new triangle, rotated alpha degrees. And so notice that it looks a little warped, but that's only because it's on a circle. It's not how do I say this? It looks distorted. That's what I'm trying to say. And so that makes no sense at all to you, but to me it looks distorted as I move it around, because even though my shape is being preserved, my perspective is changing, if that makes sense. Think about a figure going around a room, and it kind of can look a little distorted as it moves. So we're going to stop after those two examples, and then I have the last example for this chapter, and I'm going to do it 3 different ways.